excited. The theme again for this season's program is devouring the food of our enemy. And by our enemy, I mean the Philadelphia Eagles. This week, the Eagles are playing the Los Angeles Rams. And allegedly, a food that was developed and invented in California, I believe in Los Angeles, they say, is the cheeseburger. So, what is more California cheeseburger than an In-N-Out burger? We've had them before, a family trip to Los Angeles a few years ago, and we actually dream about them. So I'm really excited to just kind of put my Chef Amy spin on the In-N-Out burger. And I've got my mise en place right here. I basically have taken a pound of ground beef and I've separated it into 2-ounce patties, and I've kind of smashed them down so they're nice and flat, ready to go on the grill. Or actually, I'm sorry, we're going to be using a flat cast iron pan. But before we do any of that, we're actually going to caramelize some onions. And then we just have our toppings. I've got my cheese in the fridge. That's we'll bust that out later. And I think we're ready to get started. So we're going to move on over to the stove and caramelize some onions. We're at the stove. So one of the things that was recommended to us when we went to LA and got our In-N-Out burgers was that you get them animal style. Pray, what is animal style, Amy? Animal style is when In-N-Out substitutes raw onion for a caramelized onion on their burger, and then they put a special sauce on it. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
So what I'm doing right now, I'm just melting some butter in my pan. Very, very...
Wait, they sub raw for caramelized or caramelized for raw?
They put caramelized onion on the burger
Instead of raw.
onion.
Okay.
Did I flip that?
Just
did
making sure.
I mess that up?
No, you're good. Just making sure.
Thank you, Pat.
You're welcome.
Always there for the clarifying questions, this guy. So, caramelized onions. Let's talk about them for a minute. Something you don't ever really want to rush. You want to do it lowish and slow-ish. And so I've got my butter melted in my pan. I've got some diced onions. Again, I'm not going to run down how to dice an onion with you guys.
How many onions is that? Is that
just one.
Just one?
Mm-hmm. It's about one medium-sized yellow onion. And we're going to just put these in the pan, nice and sizzly. And again, this is something you want to be nice and patient with. It's going to take a good 15 minutes for a good caramelized onion to happen.
What will we do in the meantime, Amy?
I have an idea. How about we talk about our starts for the week?
Cool.
What do you think, Pat?
All right.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right. So, at quarterback, we're going to go with Matt Ryan. The Falcons are playing Dallas this week, and Atlanta's defense kind of isn't great. They stink. So the Falcons are going to be playing catch-up. They're going to be throwing the ball a lot. So I think we're going to see a lot of production out of Matt Ryan this week. At wide receiver, we're going to go with my guy Mike Evans on Tampa Bay. They're playing Carolina. It's going to be a shootout. Chris Godwin is out, so Mike Evans is going to be getting the ball from...
Tim Brady!
Tom Brady! So that'll be fun. So no Chris Godwin, start Mike Evans. And then at tight end, we're going to go with Jordan Reed.
Whoa.
Why are we going with Jordan Reed, Pat? Because George Kittle is out.
Out.
That poor guy's hurt. He's not playing. So San Fran's offense runs through the tight end, so he's going to be getting the ball. He's just going to be getting the ball like crazy. So
Jordan Reed back from the
Jordan
dead.
Reed, he is back. They dug him up and they dusted him off, and they're throwing him on the field this week.
Awesome.
So, all right, so we're going to let these go for maybe about another 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes. And, we'll come back and we will talk about the next step in our In-N-Out animal style burger. So we have about 2-3-ish minutes left for our caramelized onions to be done. So what I'm going to do, you noticed a little while ago that my oven beeped that it was ready. So I have it set at 400 degrees. what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put our burger buns in the oven just for a couple minutes to warm them up and get the top a little more browned, toasty.
Let me see. Thank you.
Okay? And then I'm just gonna put them right in the oven. And then we're going to finish our caramelized onions. And then we're gonna take the buns out. And we are going to...
No, you're not. On video?
You told me to branch out and explore new things. So we're gonna take the buns out of the oven.
It's not that kind of showy.
It's not that kind of show. It's a family-friendly program.
That's right.
Pat. Mind out of the gutter. Down there with Dak Prescott.
Oh.
So, anyway, we're finishing up our onions, like I said, and then we're just going to remove these from the pan, and then I'm going to put a little more butter in the pan because butter,
Of course.
right? And we all know how I feel about toasting buns. We have to toast the buns. The buns must be toasted.
Yes.
All right, so cool. So we're going to remove these guys from here. Right there. Butter. All right. So, okay, these guys are just a little bit warm. They're a little crispy at the top, a little crunchy. A nice little crunch on them. And turn the heat up a little bit. And we're just gonna get this butter nice and hot on the pan. Oh, I love butter. Nothing better than butter. Alright, so now we're just gonna separate our buns.
Boom.
Too easy, it's too easy. Alright. I missed a spot on the pan with butter.
I don't think your buns are going to fit in that pan.
Oh, they'll fit. And we just want to get these guys nice and toasty. I squeeze my buns in. Yeah. All right, so our buns are toasted. Can you see them?
No, show me them buns.
Pan's still a little hot here. I'm gonna reach under it a bit.
Let's see.
Wow.
Nice.
Nice toasty buns.
All right.
All right. And now I've still got our pan nice and hot. We're gonna start cooking off our burgers. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I have just a little dish here that I've mixed Maldon sea salt flakes and ground pepper.
Okay.
And we're gonna season the burgers before we put them on. Just gonna season each patty with some of the salt and pepper. And we're gonna put that seasoned side down.
Nothing in the pan?
Nothing in the pan, just the
Okay.
leftover residue from our buns and our onions.
Okay.
So the patties, the burger patties, like I said, they're each about 2 ounces. I've made 8 of them, and you just want to smash them down so they're nice and thin.
Because there's going to be 2 on each burger, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's 2 patties
These
on
are
the burger. Yep.
double decker guys.
Yep. All right, so our burgers are cooking. They're all in our pan. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna smear some mustard on them, just yellow mustard. This just makes them delightful. This is one of the things that I hadn't really heard about until we did the In and Out. So we're just gonna get our mustard on. We're gonna let these go about maybe 4 or 5 minutes per side. You can tell when it's ready to flip over by the color of the sides. You'll start to see that the edges start to cook up a little bit, and it smells terrific.
It does.
It does. So while this is happening, we can talk about our sits, right? Talk about the bums of the week, the busts. So my pick for sitting quarterback is going to be Deshaun Watson on the Houston Texans. I slipped earlier and said the Oilers. Because it's the 80s in this house at any given time. They're playing the Ravens, And the Ravens are just they're not nearly unstoppable this year. I think the Ravens are going to have a great year, and the Houstons are not going to do fare well.
The Houstons?
The Houstons. The Texans are not going to fare well against the Raiders, against the Baltimores. At running back, we're going to want to sit Josh Jacobs against New Orleans.
He did good last week, but he was playing Carolina. And
Yeah.
look out.
We talked about Carolina earlier. At wide receiver, we're going to sit Sammy Watkins this week on Kansas City. They're playing the Chargers. Once again, he had a great week last week, but the Chargers are no joke, and you're just going to want to not believe the hype. If you're tempted to do it, just think twice. And we're ready to flip these burgers.
All right.
Yes.
Let these cook for...
Yeah, we're going to let these cook for a minute, and we'll start putting them together. We'll get our toppings on them, and we'll be back in a minute. All right, burgers are cooked. Sauce is made. So what is in the sauce?
It's a secret.
It's not a secret. It's got mayonnaise, ketchup, sweet relish, a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of sugar. That's it. It was about 2.5 tablespoons of mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon of ketchup, a teaspoon of relish, and then 1/2 teaspoon each of vinegar and sugar. And you just mix it up. Bada boom, bada bang. So I'm going to put this on the bottom of our buns. All right. And then we're going to put on a patty. Beef patty. Oh, these are little. They cook down a little more than I wanted them to, but that's okay. Then we're going to put a slice of cheese.
What kind of cheese you got there?
Oh, that's it. This is Kraft American cheese slices, because why not?
Nah, they melt good.
Yeah, I've been actually obsessed with putting these on burgers because they do melt really well. And then we're going to put our caramelized onion on. It's going to fall off a little bit. Tomato, and then some iceberg lettuce. And then
More sauce.
Right? Why not?
Awesome.
All right, animal style burger. There it is, people.
All right.
That is a work of art.
That looks good.
Right? Beautiful.
All right.
All right, so I'm gonna put the rest of these guys together, and then Pat's gonna join me, and we're gonna try it out. All right, come on, Pat.
We're good?
Let's do this. Yeah, let's eat.
It's time to eat dinner.
Yeah, remember when we said quiet on the set? All right. All right. So, In-N-Out burgers. We are
Pickles.
eating. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention you gotta put pickles on these. So I just used just some dill pickle chips. Very important. I forgot all about the pickles, so they're right there.
Nice.
All right,
All right. You ready to do this?
let's go.
Let's do this.
Excuse me.
Wow.
Ready? Ready.
All right, I'm going.
Okay, do it. Does it taste like yellow egg?
It does.
Yeah.
It's good.
Awesome.
It's messy.
It's messy. It's good. Bon's nice and crunchy.
Do you guys
Patties
love
cook
it?
perfectly.
Yep.
Awesome. All right.
Who do you think goes there next week, Pat?
I don't know.
What
I guess we'll find out.
Oh no, they're playing
kind of burgers are
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Cleveland?
The Browns?